So the first time I officially met Bogie, we both ended up in the deep end of the pool. Yep, swimming together for the first time. And it wasn't good. Hi, I'm John Brock, and this is the Underachiever's Guide to PWD Water Training, where the joy is in the journey. That's right, we were at Bogie's litter evaluation with a group of other owners. Suddenly, a puppy was in the pool, struggling to keep his head out of the water and trying not to drown. He was too far from either side to reach, so I looked for a net or some sort of tool I could use to grab him, but there was nothing. I asked one of the other owners, "Whose puppy is that?" She looked at me with a little smirk and said, "That one is yours." Suddenly, I could see into the future. I was going into that pool. The next thing I heard was Sarah yelling, "John, jump in and get the puppy." So I took off my shoes, emptied my pockets, and in I went, fully dressed. That was my first swim with Bogie. Now, I'm not sure if that experience will cause Bogie any future hesitation for the water, but I want to be sure to give him all of the support and patience he needs as he grows into a big dog. With Bogie, we are going to train in very small increments, baby steps, if you will. Let's look at the apprentice underwater retrieve exercise. Pretty simple, right? Well, not really. In this exercise, your dog needs to be under control, then on command place his face in the water, grab a sinking article, and then deliver it to hand. A big challenge in this exercise is the very first element, getting your dog to place his face in the water. Here's how we are training this skill with Bogie. Check this out.
Yeah. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
To train this skill, I'm using little hot dog pieces. Bogie loves hot dogs, and they work well for this purpose. I simply hold the hot dog in front of Bogie and entice him to follow it into the water. He's still quite hesitant in placing his face in the water, but occasionally will go all the way to the bottom of this container for the treat. With this training, we are just trying to desensitize Bogie to placing his face in the water and hopefully helping him gain a little confidence with this skill. Please notice that I don't ask him to go all the way to the bottom every time. Sometimes I give him the treat at the surface level, sometimes at the bottom, and other times above the water. A little variety keeps this training session interesting for Bogie. There are a lot of ways to train this skill. Some are too harsh for my taste. I've actually heard that some people force their dog's face into the water by pushing down from the back of the dog's head. Basically, as one friend once said, they are waterboarding their dog. Well, we won't train that way here at Underachiever. I prefer to work with the dog at the dog's pace, learning together on those things that work and those that don't. I'm not looking for perfection here. I'm looking for willingness. I also want to be sure Bogie succeeds in this training. Success leads to success in dog training. We want to follow a path of development built around happiness, joy, and growth. We're working, but work doesn't have to be harsh or overly demanding. I do want to separate work from play, however. When we are working, we are using articles. When we are playing, we are using toys. My attitude toward the training session makes the difference in Bogie's actions.
Boy, Bogie. Good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy.
As he places his face in the water, he blows bubbles. This is really good and exactly what we want. There are a lot more steps in the apprentice underwater retrieve exercise, and we are working on little things like sit, stay, and come. We haven't even started working with the splunky. That's something we'll consider as Bogie gets a little older. I will likely use Girl Scout as a training partner for that component of this exercise. All in all, Bogie is doing great with his training activities, and I'm looking forward to seeing where our journey takes us. What are you working on during this off-season? Let me know in the comments below. I'm excited to see how things are going for you and your teammate.
Boy, Bogie. Good boy.
As you can see, we only train for a few minutes at a time. It's always good to quit while leaving your dog wanting more. You want to keep things brief and fresh. Small training increments work well for PWDs, and consistent training in small doses turns into extended learning opportunities for your dogs. This is the first of several videos I'll use to illustrate Bogie's training journey. It's been a while since I trained a puppy. I'll need to allow Bogie time to grow and learn at his pace. My hope is that these little videos will give you ideas that you can build into your training strategies. If you have questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm happy to assist in any way possible. You know, I don't know where this new path will lead Bogie and me, but I know this from experience. The joy is in the journey. I'll see you soon.